Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our regular Sahaja Yoga Greenwich meditating meditation. Um, Hope that you feel okay and safe in this strange time. First thing first, I just to ask before we start: are there any new people that are visiting at the moment? Any beginners that have never meditated, never been in our meditation classes? You can unmute yourself and say your name, or just put, chat. Just, any new people, never meditated before, never been. No, no new people. All right. Okay. So I assume that this is all the all good ones. Okay. Now, today's topic or subject will be past, present, and future, or the three energy channels. But before we start with the short meditation, let's first raise our Kundalini, take Bandhan. For the ones that are still struggling to remember how this was doing, I will show you again. So the left hand is going right this, and the right hand is going around outwards. And when we reach to the top, we tie one knot. Doing it the second time, two knots, and then the third time, three knots. This is for the three energy channels. And then starting from the left, we're doing arc like this 7 times. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Both hands are now on our lap. Sit down comfortably, either on a chair or on the ground. Don't think about if there is a thought, say just not now. Now, let's take deep breath, and then we will hold, and then we will breathe out. So let's first take a deep breath, breathe in, hold, breathe out. 3 times. Hold, breathe out. In, hold, breathe out. Now breathe normally. Close eyes, no thoughts.
Now we will have short meditation on our left side to establish our self-realization. So first, sit comfortably and close your eyes. Put your hands towards Mother Earth. Relax your body. We will use the earth element to cleanse our body and to help in our meditation. So we will humbly ask Mother Earth, please absorb all the stress, tension, and impurities from my subtle system. Mother, please establish innocence and wisdom within me. Now let's put our hand on our lap. Let's place our right hand or our left hip, press a little bit. This is a second energy center. We will have some affirmations to help our Kundalini to raise. That these affirmations will relate to the qualities of these energy centers. So here, let's say, Mother Kundalini, please give me the pure knowledge. Mother Kundalini, please give me the pure knowledge of myself. Mother, please establish the pure desire within me. Now let's place the right hand on the left side of our stomach. Here is the third energy center. Here, let's say to ourselves, Mother Kundalini, please establish the peace within me. Please make me completely satisfied, completely content. Now let's put our hand on our heart, where our spirit resides. Here we will say with full confidence, Mother, I am the pure spirit. I am not this body. I am not this mind. I am not these emotions and this intellect. I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am the pure spirit, pure joy and love, and nothing else. Now let's place our hands on our corner of our left shoulder and, and turn our head into the right a little bit. Here we will say, Mother Kundalini, I am not guilty. When we identify with our spirit, we can't be guilty. Mother, please make me free of any feelings of guilt. Now let's place our hand on our forehead. Here let's say with full confidence from the heart, I forgive everyone, including myself. Mother, I forgive everyone, including myself. I surrender all my thoughts, my ego, and all my conditionings. Now let's put our hand on, let's stretch our palm and put on top of our head. Let's do a little massage in clockwise direction. When we are doing the massage, we will say, Mother Kundalini, please establish my self-realization. Mother Kundalini, please establish my self-realization. We can stop the massage just our hand is on the head. Mother Kundalini, please make me thoughtless. Please take me beyond my mind. Now let's raise our hand 20 centimeters above our head. Let's fix our attention here. We can feel the cool breeze or warm breeze coming from our head. So let's place now both our hands on the lap. Our attention is on top of our head. And let's meditate together a few minutes in thoughtless awareness.
We can now slowly open our eyes and try to stay in this state of thoughtless awareness. Apologies, I forgot to introduce ourselves. My name is Galin. and this is Diana next to me. Um, as I said, it was announced, the today's topic is past, present, and future. Why that? Because these are actually three channels, the three energy channels of our body: left, right, and center. And I'll try to be brief to explain why they are connected to the past, the present, and the future. So, as we know from the previous meditation classes, we've got this Kundalini energy that is universal for every one of us. And we have already awakened this Kundalini energy by the process of the self-realization, and today when we established it further. So when the Kundalini energy rises, it travels through these three channels. And the ideal situation is when these three channels, energy channels, are in a complete balance. Unfortunately, it's not like this. Now, the first channel is the left channel. It's called also, these channels are called in Sanskrit nadis, nadis. The left channel is called Ida nadi. So the left channel is the channel of also the moon channel. It's connected with our past, connected with our emotions, with our conditioning, with our desires. So the main specific of the left channel is the joy. When it's balanced, you are in a state of complete joy, because the joy is coming from the lack of desires. When you desire something, when you yearn for something, you always will be, there will be, a possibility of you to be unhappy. Because, for example, if you want a new iPhone and you cannot afford it, you became unhappy. So that's why left channel is the joy is most, we've got it since our childhood, and the children are as the most joyful creatures in the world. They don't have these desires. They are very simple and they're innocent. But as we grow older and wiser, unfortunately, we've got desires, and these desires, when they are not fulfilled, they lead us to the emotions, unsatisfaction. We start to be depressed. We've got a swinging in the mood from the elevation and up to completely bogged down in some kind of desperation. So this channel is blocked by all these emotions. If we cannot control our emotions, if we cannot control our conditioning and our desires, this channel became blocked, and we are going to the even further to the left, I would say, in the term. So once again, this is the channel. When we are thinking constantly about the past, what we have done, what we haven't done, why we have done this, I should have done this. And this is the moment when the channel started to be, unbalancing the channel. Regrets about the past, what we have done and we haven't done. The right channel, the right energy channel, so the left channel energy channel starts from Muladhara chakra, in the base of our spine, runs all the way through the left-hand side of our body, and then flips to the right here. And from the right-hand side of our brain, it forms a balloon-like, on the energy level, balloon-like creation called superego. The right energy channel is starting from our second chakra, which is Swadhisthana, and it starts and right all the way on the right-hand side and flips over to the left part of our brain, which again, it forms, we can call it an energy balloon, is called ego. So the right energy channel is connected to our future, to our action and plans. So the left is the desires and the right is the action and planning. And as similar to the left channel, when we are over planning, when we are overreacting, when we are trying to dominate others in order to achieve our goals, these emotions are blocking our right energy channel. And this is one of the main, reasons for imbalances in the right channel. The important thing here is to mention also is that each chakra is situated on the 3 channels. It's like I would say, projection of each chakra. That's why we have a left anahata chakra, left heart chakra, right heart chakra, and central heart chakra. And when these energy channels, when the Kundalini rises without any obstacles, and if the chakras are balanced, all the body, all the subtle body is balanced. And finally, the central channel, which is the present, the now, what we are here and now, that we are satisfied with the present moment. We are here in the present. We don't think about what has happened in the past and what will happen in the future. We don't have desires. We don't have any regrets, any conditioning. This is the ideal situation from the left. And then in the right, we don't think about the future. Oh, I need to buy a new Mercedes. Oh, I'm not so unhappy because I don't have a new iPhone. In the present, I'm here, I'm now, and I'm enjoying this moment. So the simplest way to balance these 3 channels is meditating, to sustain the flow of Kundalini. So the the central channel is starting right from the Muladhara and shoots straight through all the chakras, central chakras, to our Sahasrara. And this is the moment when Kundalini, our primordial energy, is connecting to the all-pervading power, the divine power or cosmic power, whatever you like to call it. So I think that was very brief. I don't think to say any more. I will leave Sri Mataji to. She's the best of explaining this matter. So we will listen for a short talk from Sri Mataji, explaining further the 3 channels and their significance.
Now the question comes, what next? Why are we here? We are human beings, but what are we to achieve next? If this question doesn't come into your mind, then it will come later on, no doubt. But it's better that the time is here for you to seek that. Why are we on this earth? We are here on this earth. Like this instrument, if you make, you will ask, Mother, why are you making this instrument? This I bow to all the seekers of truth. First of all, we have to know what truth means. We want to seek truth. There's an urge within us that we have to seek the truth. Because of this seeking only, we all have become human beings. Now, after human being state, what is going to happen to us? As it is, you find there is so much of confusion in this world. So much of confusion, so many ideas, so many thoughts, so many ideologies, so many religions, all kinds of things have come up, and a simple human being starts looking at it and he gets quite puzzled. What sort of thing this world is? It's a very confused world, first of all. Now, the confusion gives you a greater urge to seek because you find what's this going on. Secondly, I went round your city today just to vibrate the whole place, and I felt the place has got a kind of a feeling of dullness, and I asked the person who was driving me, I said, why the people here are looking very dull? He said the people are now without any jobs. So I said that should happen to any country which is so industrially developed. When we are industrially developed, you see, all our industrial wants are over perhaps. Then we start seeking more because we think now we've got everything. We've got proper dress to wear, we've got food, we've got everything. Now what next? And that's how we become dull because we don't understand the meaning of life. Now this meaning of life is more in the people who are affluent and has to be less in the people who are still developing because they want to become like you, have all plastics around them, they want to have foundries with all pollution, everything. Once they will have that, then they will start seeking. But in a country like India, which has been a very different type of a country, I say, because of climatic position, it's very good climate. Like this, it is always there, so you can be always out in the villages, you can be in the forest, and you don't have to worry so much to fight the nature. So in such a place, people have been meditating and trying to find out why are we here. Now all these things, when you see the development everywhere, you find it's like the tree. The tree outside you see very well developed. But any tree that has developed very much must have very deep roots. Otherwise, it will be all finished and destroyed. So when there is such a lot of development outside, there must have been some development inside also of the roots. And this is what we are going to tell you about the roots now. Because your development is sufficiently enough, and if you have to sustain this development, you must know about your roots. We have neglected our roots very much, and that's the reason today we also find people suffering from terminal diseases and all kinds of trouble. That is one of the first worry for me, that everyone should be healthy. And that health comes to you not from outside, from inside. Because supposing if on a tree you find a leaf is sick and you start treating the leaf, you don't treat the tree, you don't treat the disease at all. But if you have some means of entering into the roots, you treat the whole of that tree very well, very easily, in a very simple manner. In the same way, if you can somehow reach your roots, you can treat yourself without much difficulty, without any medicine also. Now, where are these roots? For that you have to see to this chart. I don't know if everybody can see this chart, that within us this beautiful instrument is placed, and this is what is described in the Bible as the tree of life. Unless and until you achieve a state which we call as self-realization, which Christ called as the second birth, we cannot understand what is this. Because now you are listening to me very closely, but if I say pay attention to yourself within, you cannot. It's a difficult thing. Our attention is outside. Now what should happen for that? There's a happening that takes place. Because of that happening, your attention is attracted inside. And once the attention is inside, the same attention gets the enlightenment of this power which is within us in the sacrum bone, sacrum meaning sacred, that means the Greeks knew about it. When this power rises, awakens, it's like the primule in the seed, the germinating power of a seed, and it just gives you a new dimension. It enriches your subtle centers. These subtle centers actually are the subtle entities of the gross plexuses. When they are exhausted, you suffer from diseases. Now, for example, today's article made me think that I should tell you how we get a particular disease called horrible cancer. And that is so common in the West. Not so much in the developing countries as it is here. They say cancer is a rich man's disease. The thing is that within us, there are two systems of nervous systems which cater us. One of them is the one called as the central nervous system. Another is the one which we call as autonomous nervous system. Now the doctors are honest, they just call it by name, autonomous. Now if you ask them, who is this auto, they won't be able to tell you. Just they call it some name, autonomous. This auto is the spirit in the heart. And this auto, if you somehow or other bring into your attention, the light of the auto comes into your attention, you start controlling your being completely. This is a simple method I'm telling you. Now the nature of the roots is such that this autonomous nervous system has three channels. The two channels are the left and the right sympathetic nervous system, and the central one is the parasympathetic. Now you can see here the three channels, but these are the subtle channels which control the gross channels. Now these subtle channels work out in such a way that the left side channel caters to your past, caters to what has happened, caters to your conditioning. It is what we call is the channel of the moon, or this is the one that works out the power of desire within us. The right side channel is the channel which works out the action. So it is the channel of the action, caters to your future, to your mental activities and to your physical activities. It is called as the channel of the sun. Now these both of them are parallel to each other. Now when a human being tries to find out something, he tries always to go to the extremes in anything. Supposing he goes to the pub, then he must drink the whole of it. If he goes to some other work, he must finish off his work with completely dedication, as they call it, and exhaust all his life doing that. Always we go to extremes, either to the left or to the right. Now, if a person is a person of moderation, he stays in the center. The central path is for our evolution. The whole of matter has evolved. As you know, there's a chart, and in the chart, if you find the periodic laws of the nature are so beautifully made, and it is all very much balanced. And in the center lies the carbon, and the carbon is in the first center lies within us. Now all these centers are nothing but the steps of our evolution. Like we were first carbon, then we became animals, then we became human beings, and now we are seekers. That's how we develop one after another, and the evolution takes place, and we become human beings. Now the question comes, what next? Why
So I hope you all enjoyed the talk by Srimataji. She ended on a perfect note, just summing up really what Garlin had said in regard to the three channels. So just to clarify, obviously, you know, we have the left channel, the right channel, and the central channel. And as you've all been doing the meditation for a while, hopefully most of you have established that connection, have got your realization, your energy, your kundalini, that mothering energy has been awakened, and it's risen up your central nervous system, up that central channel, and we hope it would have pierced your Sahasrara, and you would have experienced that meditation and that new awareness. And especially, you know, after Diana's lovely meditation, we are hopefully all now in that lovely state of thoughtlessness and are in balance. But as Srimati said in the talk, we do always go to extremes. And for us to really go deeper in our meditation and to grow spiritually, to grow as a personality, to have all those energy centers to be cleansed by the Kundalini, we need to keep in balance and on a daily basis. And we all know how difficult that is in modern life. We are pulled in all directions. So we either, as we've experienced in the last year, we're either doing nothing or we're doing everything, and we're pulled to two extremes. But unfortunately, if we are too much within our emotions, and as Garlin said, wrapped up in our desires or our lack of fulfilled desires, or if we're running around and seeking those desires, it's very difficult to grow, and it's very difficult to for that Kundalini energy to continue to rise and to nourish us. So I'm here to show you some techniques, some practical techniques, and we will implement them in the meditation, a deeper meditation of how to attain that balance in your meditation on a daily basis. Sitting in meditation is fine, but often it can be difficult if we are out of balance. So I will show you some effective techniques of how to establish a balanced state of being in balance that will enhance your meditation. Just a quick point that obviously we're going to do this via some meditative techniques, which I'm going to show you now, and we'll all meditate hopefully deeper after having implemented these techniques. But there are also some practical techniques as well that you can use at home that will definitely help to bring you into balance and to make your meditations more profound. So I'm sure all of you have been introduced to the foot soak. This is a really effective technique when you are in the evening, when you come back from a day's work, and it's a very nice way to relax, to cleanse yourself of anything you may have picked up throughout the day, any arguments you may have had at work, or any, you know, unfortunate and he's put the picture up, that's great, you know, unfortunate events that have happened. It just takes it away. The water and the salt within the water just cleanses that, especially for the base chakras, the Muladhara and the Swadhisthana. And when we are clearing our right side, we use the ether, the air, and when we're clearing our left side, we use the ground. So you put your right hand on the ground, as you know, and even sitting on the ground, simply sitting on the ground, even lying on the ground, is an incredibly effective way of clearing your left side. So if I'm feeling stressed, I go for a walk in the park and I just lie down or just sit, and it's incredibly soothing. The earth literally sucks out any negativity that is residing in that left side. And also you can use the candle. I don't know if you've known about the candle technique, which is highly effective also for the left side. So if you're feeling depressed or caught up in your emotions, finding it hard to kind of move forward from the past, the candle technique is effective. And you simply do that by holding a candle and giving your chakra a bandan with the candle, or even just holding the candle in front of that energy set, that chakra on the left side. So I'm going to show you the different techniques. We'll do it together. So when you first sit down to meditation, so you sit down in your space of your me time, your quiet zone, and you can put your hands out. And an effective way of doing this is you could just put your hands out and just feel which hand feels heavier. Is it my right? Is it my left? And try to gauge, am I more in the right side? Am I more in the left side? So we can do that now. And when I sat down this evening in meditation, I could feel very strongly my right side and my right swadhisthana pulsating. And I did the usual technique of raising my left hand to the ether and my right hand on my lap. And so we can all just do that together and just put your attention in the Sahasrara. And then we'll see how we feel afterwards. See if any heaviness is gone from the right side. You can also, another way of helping balance is you can just take energy from your left side and put it to the right side, just the one way. So it's almost like a one-way bandan. And you just can do that 7 times. And it helps bring the energy from the left side over to the right. And then you can put your hands out again and see, does it feel any different? And if you feel it needs more, there's no harm in sitting there for a bit longer with your right hand up, or taking the energy from the left to the right, until you feel confident that you're in balance. And obviously a very effective tool to help with the right side as well is to put an ice pack on your liver. That's effective for cooling down your liver, which then will slow down your thinking, because the liver is what produces the grey cells for the use of the brain. So it just alleviates that work from the liver. And then we can go to the left side. We can just put our right hand on the ground, or just hang it if you're on a chair just towards the ground, and then your left hand on your lap. And also what you can do as well, if you're sitting on the ground, is just put both hands on the ground and just ask Mother Nature or the earth to just suck out all the excess energy or the negative energy from both those channels. And it's a very effective tool for trying to bring yourself back into balance. So we could do that together now. Just hang both our hands down, or place them on the ground. And once we've done that, we can again put our hands in front and see how we feel. Do we feel one side is heavier than the other? Is there more heat coming out of one side, too much tingling in another? So now we'll put our right hand on the ground, left hand on our lap, and we will clear our left side. And we can just put our hands out in front of us again. And it's also important to bear in mind that sometimes, you know, we have to use our common sense as well. If, you know, we feel by nature, when we sit in our meditation, the meditation is really important, but it's also important to introspect and really be honest with ourselves and look at ourselves and our behavior. Are we living a balanced life? Are we rushing around too much? Are we just, you know, behaving in a way that is kind of imposed upon us by our surroundings or our society? Or are we actually making choices that really keeps us in balance? Are we taking on too much? Are we sitting around doing nothing, you know, and wasting a lot of time just sitting and procrastinating and overthinking? Meditation is a time also to really be introspective and look at ourselves and be honest, and see how we can maintain that balance within our life. Also, it's important to bear in mind that sometimes we go so much into the right side that we then fall into the left side. So if you are feeling an incredibly heavy left hand, but you know you've been running around, you know you've been over exerting yourself, it's highly likely that you've exhausted your right side and you've fallen into the left. And you might even find that sometimes during your meditation or after your meditation, you want to sleep, or you know you have a very deep sleep, but sometimes that is your body's way of bringing you into balance. You need your rest. So it's really important to gauge look after yourself. What do you need? Are you doing that, making the best choices to look for your well-being, to look after yourself? So now, Galen, I don't know if you can put some music on, and maybe we can just meditate for another 5 minutes and just really tune into yourself and feel, you know, really, am I in balance? Am I living a balanced life? Is my weakness more in my right side or my left side? And let's see by the end of the 5 minutes if we have a clearer understanding of our true natures and how we need to keep in balance. Galen, is it possible to put some music on? Oh, great.
Okay.
We can open our eyes now, and I hope you all managed to kind of go a little bit deeper in your meditation. You often need to kind of overcome a few hurdles. You get into that silence, and then the thoughts start coming back again. But the longer you meditate, the longer those moments between the thoughts become. So yeah, it's work in progress. So does anyone have any questions that they'd like to ask? It can be about anything in the meeting today, or any experiences you've had that you would like clarification on, or any questions generally. In the question type in the chat, because I think that actually it's been blocked. I'm just going to check. I think it might have been blocked. Anyone to unmute themselves. Is that correct?
So I think yeah, no, everyone is able to unmute themselves and speak. Yeah.
Oh, they are.
They are right now. They are. I locked the meeting.
Okay, that's fine. All right, that's no problem. If everyone's okay, then I think we will just next week. It is on. Is it your inner silence, or have I got that wrong, David? Garlin, what's next week's meditation?
Inner child.
Oh, that's right. It's on your on the first chakra, the Muladhara chakra, on your inner child, and the qualities of that chakra, of the qualities of a child, of joy, of peace, that freedom of, of innocence.
And
So,
also for all the people that are presenting at the moment, don't forget, if you've got friends or family that are still, haven't joined our lovely meditation on Thursday, tell them that they can join us next week. And as usual, there will be a breakout room for I'll use this term beginners, but yeah, for the new people who are willing to join us. It's always good to meditate together and to learn something more about our spiritual evolution. So with this, I think that we need to, we can finish if there are no more questions. I can't see. No questions. So that's all. So I wish you all the lovely good night, and I'll see you all hopefully next week, Thursday, 7:30, same place, same time.